Righto. So now we have basically got you understanding how to measure foods with your hands, how to eat protein every single meal, how to have carbohydrates around training, how to eat vegetables in every single meal, how to have fats in every single meal. Then we cemented that for 2 weeks, just making sure your plates are perfect and they look great, right? And now then that was removing the training wheels, and then we went off to put you on the bike, into intuitive eating, into eating slowly, hopefully eating around about 11% less calories per meal, right? So 11% less calories over the day when you look at it. And then paying attention to your fullness cues by eating until it's satiated, not stuffed, right? So eating until 80% full. Now we are going back to the start, right? This time we are looking to supercharge those foods that we put on our plate. Okay, but some really, really simple stuff, but I don't want you to focus on this too much. I'm going to make these steps really, really easy and really, 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 really simple for you to follow in your day-to-day, and make it as easy as possible to implement into those original habits. Okay, so the habit is improving food quality, right? The ROI, as said, in one of my first videos, I spoke to you about if you eat 10,000 calories a day of organic food, chances are you're probably still going to be overweight. And that's why we need to understand portion control first and intuitive eating first. And now we can look at, is the food organic or not? Or what type of quality? Or do we look at the labels or not, right? This is what we look at beginning optimizing nutrition for performance and for health. Okay, you need to learn to understand what makes food sources better than one another, and then it allows you to avoid wasting daily calories on the wrong foods. Okay. Compare different. So there are a few things we can do when it comes to improving our food quality, and these are the ones that I like to focus on, and I get most of my clients to focus on because these are the most simple, right? It's going to compare different foods, macro and micronutrient content. So if you're looking at labels, you're just going to compare them. So when you go to the shops, compare the foods, not just for price all the time, but sometimes for the quality of the macro and micro content, so the density of it all of them, right? You're going to favor unprocessed foods, as 90% of the time they are usually better. One really simple tip to do this: when you go to a shopping center, stick to the outside aisles. Right, this is a very simple rule. If you stick to the outside lanes, so if you walk in one side and you walk a U shape around the whole shop, that is going to allow you, or pretty much force you, to stick to unprocessed foods. The only time where this sort of comes into a negative is when you walk past that bakery section. So try and stay away from that part. But the rest of it, if you stick to a U shape in the shopping center, in the grocery store, you are going to do very, very well. Okay. Usually the best foods only have one ingredient on their label. Okay. Maximum of 3, but you're sort of looking for 1 to 3 ingredients. If they have a lot more than that, that is something I probably wouldn't try and pick, right? The most ones I find that the clients can implement, and this is the most exciting and the most fun for you to do, is doing the stick to the outside of the shopping center, right? And then eat the colors of the rainbow. So when you're looking at the salads and the vegetables, if you did just have only broccoli or only beans, this is now the time for you to start getting a little bit creative, adding some different colors, right? Because that way you're going to get a lot different micronutrients. Okay. One thing to look at is a lot of people will focus on different foods because different foods have more than one macronutrient, right? So nuts, for example, a lot of vegetarians and vegans will say that they give them a lot of protein, but these things have a lot of the time 4-to-1 ratio, a fats to protein ratio, and we know that calories are 9 for fats and then 4 for protein, so it makes them really, really poor when it comes to food quality for protein. So just checking the labels, checking these things, and really comparing their micronutrient and macronutrient contents. Right? Eating the colors of the rainbow, as said, is generally the best way to improve food quality, and sticking to that U shape inside the grocery store. Different colored vegetables and fruits and berries are very different and rich in different vitamins and minerals. Right? Also, they'll mix the fiber sources, which will allow for the most positive impact on your gut health. Right? Food sources, favorite food sources only have one single ingredient on their food label, and many foods that are processed have additives to them to make them taste better or have a longer shelf life. So, this is not the worst thing in the world, right? Because we have to understand that modern day life has sort of made this a little bit more difficult for us. But as said, if we stick to the U shape in the grocery store, we stick to eating the colors of the rainbow, these things can be absolutely great. Okay, so at this level, you've already got an arsenal of tools when it comes to measuring your food, eating intuitively. But this is the things that you can do to increase your health and performance overall. Right? With this habit, you'll supercharge everything that you're already doing. All right. All right, guys, moving on to the next video. Try this for 2 to 3 weeks. Be creative with the foods that you pick in the grocery store. I try to make my shopping bag or shopping basket, put many different colors in there, and that would be one way that I would try and do it. Right. Bye.